Hi Beasties, we're back. I'm Karin, otherwise known as BATB Passion.
And I'm Janeen, known as J. Cole on Facebook and at Janeen on Twitter.
And we're back. It's been how long? 12 months?
We are forever Beasties.
Yeah, that's right, we are. We are forever Beasties.
We've forgotten what we're doing.
Yeah, we've forgotten a lot of things the
idea.
last 12 months.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I know.
This could be anything.
Yeah, it could well be. 12 months it's been. It's a long time. And look, that worried me. And I must admit, until the end of the episode, it still worried me because I really didn't feel it until the end. Thank God for Ed Sheeran, but we'll go over that a little bit later. I don't know. I don't really know where to start, other than we are forever Beasties and that it has been 12 months. And I've missed this and the banter and the fun and everything else, but we've had such busy lives.
We have.
We weren't even sure we'd be able to come together. So just a little warning up front, Beasties, I move house next week. Janeen's got a lot of stuff happening in her life as well. It may be that we might have to film episodes 2 and 3 together and do it in a couple of weeks' time.
Because I actually might be, God knows where, up north next week. So
Janeen might be away next week. I'm moving, so we may have to do a couple at a time when we get the chance to do it. But we promise you faithfully that we are going to review all 13 episodes of season 3. We're committed to that. And 4, and 5, and 6.
And 7 and 8. And
9. And
9.
all of those.
Yeah.
When we see lots of beastie babies running around.
Because not that we, not that we have to say this, but, you know, we are coming back for season 4.
Yes. Isn't that how many television shows can start season 3 knowing that they have a season 4? No other television shows.
I know, right?
We're so good.
We are awesome.
And that was thanks mainly to Beasties.
We are so hip, so cool, so with it.
Yep, we are.
What's so hip, so cool, so with it? Or is it the other way?
Like I said, I missed you. It was high time we came back. All right, we have to talk about episode 1 of season 3, The Beast of Wall Street.
Okay, my initial reaction was, so that was the return of BATB.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook, and I actually agreed with you.
Excuse me, I've got a bit of asthma at the moment, so if I cough all the way through this, just ignore me. It's only when I collapse and die that you'll need to, do something
there'll be
about
none
it.
of that.
No, there won't be. So yeah, my initial reaction was, so that was BATB season 3, episode 1. Mm-hmm. Now, part of me thinks it was because of such the build-up and such the excitement, and I was absolutely stoked that I had the day off and I could watch it as soon as it had aired, and it was like all these good things were happening, and I sort of initially felt, oh, okay, well, that's happened, so is it next week yet? Because to me, although it was a season opener and they're setting up the storyline for the next, 13 or 12 episodes, I still think that I loved the episode, don't misunderstand me, I still think there could have been more of some things and a little less of others.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I'm
definitely, if I hear I want a normal life, this is our normal life, and normal life, more than once in the next 12 episodes, you're probably going to see steam coming out of my ears because we get that they want a normal life.
Yes.
We get that. They've been saying it all through season 2, all through season 1, and now
it's back in season 3, and I must admit that got a bit tedious.
Yeah.
It got a bit repetitive for me. They need to...
We know they want normal.
Yeah.
What is normal for them. And I get that they've got to find what that is.
Yeah,
what is
absolutely.
normal for them. And I get that we're discovering that their normal is fighting paranormal or supercharged, injected, what do they call them?
Whatever
manufactured.
Whatever
things.
They happen to be. Look, there could be cyborgs, there could be zombies. God knows what we're going to meet up with in season 3.
So I get that they're setting it all up for that. So I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway for that. That their normal is going to be being in love, chasing baddies, goodies, or goodies turn baddies, baddies turn good, whatever.
Yeah.
I get that.
I agree.
Jay Ryan, hot as normal. Hot as just...
I said to you on the telephone when I talked to Janeen, finally, usually it was Janeen I had to hit over the head and pull her back from her Jay Ryan gushing. And happy trails and all the different things.
Yes.
I must admit, I found myself incredibly distracted by him in the season opener because he is really nice on the eye and that voice just melts butter. And I actually got a little too distracted and found that I wasn't paying as much attention because I was too busy listening and looking, and I just wasn't paying attention
Maybe
to
that
what
was
was
the
happening.
problem, because I kept looking at his chest plate. You know that?
Yes,
I'm just thinking,
I
man,
know.
I want to bash that thing. You know?
Bash it?
Oh, no,
Hell no, I don't want to bash it.
Bash it. Bash it with my hands. I want to grab hold of him and just lick him to death.
Yeah,
I want to drink his veins because they're just sticking out of his neck, and it's like, oh, I just want to eat him.
I know,
Anyway.
you're not Robinson
I'm not
Crusoe there.
I'm not
I
bashing.
really felt that in this episode. So, Jay Ryan, whatever you've been doing during the hiatus, it worked. Boy, did it work. Yeah,
Keeping him busy. Good on you.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
No, he was sexy, and I got it. I got his standpoint during the
Totally.
episode, being angry at Catherine for dragging them back into it because of all people in the world, he did deserve the so-called normal life, but we all know that he's never going to get it anyway.
Because he's extraordinary now.
Yes, well, that's true
He
too.
has gifts now.
He has gifts, and
He
yes.
can gift me himself.
Yeah, look,
Me.
I agree. He does have extraordinary gifts in
Yes.
obvious and not
In
so
looks,
obvious ways.
in voice, in... No, that's not... You don't mean those sort
Yeah,
of
no,
things?
I wasn't specifically at that moment referring to those gifts. More the ones that Catherine, mind you, she would probably agree with you.
Probably.
So, look, there were some delightful scenes.
Yes.
I loved the opening. Again, look, writers, producers, directors, I get... And look, Beasties, as much as I hate to say this and burst your bubble, I don't believe we will get the sex scenes we got in season 1.
I don't think so.
I don't believe we'll
want
get them. Hello. Again, not Robinson Crusoe, but I don't believe we'll get them. I think that's
What's
changed.
the Robinson Crusoe reference? You've said it twice now.
Well, Robinson Crusoe was alone on a desert island or something like that. So you're not on your own in that, so to speak. So that is an expression.
You never heard it
You've
before?
completely derailed me. You know
Sorry,
this, don't you?
I've never heard that before as an expression.
Oh, okay. It's actually
I'm just saying
really well
he's
known.
not on his own.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Okay, get it.
Look, if you're not going to give us the sex scenes, I get it. But do me a favour, don't zoom out of the goddamn
I
kisses.
know, we've got to see the mouths connecting and the you know...
Yeah, don't
the
zoom out of
intense
those.
look and the...
Oh, her look.
I know, right?
In that opening scene when they were pulling each other's clothes off, so
I
to
know.
speak, and she just looked at him in that sex-glazed way.
Oh.
That was awesome. That was hot. The kissing was hot. I did like that. And I liked his arm and that beautiful shoulder reaching over her to switch off the alarm clock. And they're all beautiful little scenes.
And the little smile as he goes to give her a kiss.
Yeah, that.
Goes to give her a kiss.
Yeah, I agree. They're delightful. Don't zoom out of them. Stay close up, and I would be happy with that.
Me too.
So,
Do you know what I do like?
What?
What I've noticed is I like the way that he's now referring to her as babe or cat.
Yes, I do like that.
And the one thing that I have to say I thought was absolutely gorgeous is when he's at the at the hospital and he asked the nurse what time they finish.
Yes,
And he said,
yes.
because, you know, my girl.
Yeah.
I love that because that's Steve's
Yeah.
name for me.
Yeah.
Steve calls me my girl or the girl or whenever he's referring to me to other people. So I just think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like
No, I do like those
the
little
girl.
touches.
And the babe, it is natural. You would pick up the phone and go, oh, hi, babe, I'm running late.
Yeah.
It's very natural progression
Exactly.
from the Catherine all the time.
Which was lovely in season 1, but they are beyond that. He's
Yeah.
not always going to go, Catherine, because we all love it because of the sexy voice and we
Yeah.
just want to hear more of it. So the babe bit, the girl...
He can call me Catherine anytime he wants.
Yeah, I couldn't care. He can
Yeah.
call me anything he likes.
Yeah. Anyway, so we
Moving on from there.
So I really like that they've added that in, although I still would prefer that he call her Catherine 90% of the time. It's the intimate times that I want him
Yes.
to call her babe or...
Cat. He did
called
call
her
her
Cat.
Cat at
Yeah,
one
he called
point,
her
and
Cat
I
as they were
didn't have a
walking out.
problem with that. Everybody calls her Cat. So.
Yeah, but the intimate times
Yes.
I want it to be those, but in like when he's referring to JT, I want it to be Catherine.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I don't know why I want that, but I just...
Yeah, I know,
a bit
it's
bizarre,
weird.
isn't it?
So, yeah, we'll
never
talk
said
about
I
the
was
end of the
normal.
episode soon because I think that deserves a little thing all on its own. JT and T, look, they can't go wrong for me. I loved Tessa's pep talk of JT, you know, to grow a pair and to get over it because he
Yeah.
is alive. And
Although-
obviously, I do believe that whatever they did to him to keep him alive will have some repercussions later on
Absolutely.
in the season. He may, who knows, I still think he could be the second half of the season's big bad. He could be the
That's
innocent.
a big call.
He could be the
Oh, my
innocent
Lord.
that they've experimented
Austin,
on, so
did
to
you
speak.
hear that? She wants you to be a big bad.
Because I reckon you'd play it really well.
Oh, I would.
Yeah,
You'd kick ass.
You'd really kick ass at that. So
but
I wouldn't mind seeing
JT.
not completely bad, but just moving a little towards the dark side. I think that would be cool to see that kind of contrast in JT. Maybe fighting.
Maybe we can have Vincent go to attack someone and JT stand there and say, "No, you can't because he's like me."
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So I do like some of the potential we have with JT. I like the banter between JT and T. That's always delightful.
I have a little bit of an objection to being to people saying that guys need to grow a pair because they've already got them. They've grown. They're still soft and squishy and do nothing. Right? You need to grow a vagina.
I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going?
Yeah, I know where you're going with this because it's what Betty White...
They get hammered all day, every day, and they're still standing up. Right?
Yeah, well, true. Thank you, Betty White.
Yes. So
I don't know that we really needed that in this...
No, I need to do that because it's like either that or rather than say grow a pair, it's like have a cup of cement and harden the fuck up. One or the other.
So, Austin, you need to drink a cup of cement.
And harden up, man.
And harden up.
Because, so you need to grow a pair. It's old.
Yeah, it is a little old.
It's 1970s, 1980s. People, you need to grow a pair of balls,
Yeah, true.
We're in the 21st century now. There are other expressions to be used.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
But, yeah.
If I was writing it, I would have said, hey, it's a cup of cement and harden up. Drink it quickly because it's quick set.
Oh, yes, there is that. So, yeah, I like those two together. I have no problems with them together. And, JT being... Don't worry about it. Okay, sorry. JT being Robin to
Batman.
Vincent's Batman, we totally get that.
Yeah.
It's the Scooby Gang, the Batgirl, Batman, Robin, whatever you want to call them on. If he's Batman, what's Catherine? If Vincent is Catwoman. Okay.
Catwoman.
Woman, of course. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, we have Batman and Batgirl and Robin.
Oh, and she could be Batgirl.
Oh, yeah, Batgirl.
Catwoman.
Oh, actually, Tess would be a good Batgirl.
I reckon Tess would be a good Batgirl, but Cat's got to be Catwoman.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So, Cat is Catwoman, Tess is Batgirl, and Batgirl goes with Robin.
No, it can't be,
and
because
Catwoman goes with Vincent.
is an antagonist, isn't she?
Sort of. So she's a sexy antagonist to Batman, because they have
the third rising with what's-his-face from Thingo. What's his name?
Would you be talking about...
Yes, that one.
Christian
Bale
as Batman.
and Anne Hathaway.
Yes.
They worked together, sort of.
Sort of, yeah.
But, so therefore, Cat can't be Catwoman.
Yeah, all right.
So Cat's got to be Batgirl.
Yeah, all right. Oh, well, whatever.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman works for me.
I'm deflecting bullets from the Beasties shooting them at me. Because that's a really stupid comment. Anyway.
I think we'll leave that now.
Okay.
I mean, it was called Beast of Wall Street, and yes, there was a Beast of Wall Street, but it was a fairly minor plot line.
I was going to say, they mentioned Wall Street once throughout the thing.
Yeah, it was a very minor plot line, I thought.
And Tyler had such a massive role in that he didn't say a word.
Yeah, well, there's that. There's that.
He didn't say one word.
Yeah, true.
And you know what? I feel like such a dill.
Why?
Let me tell you what I did.
What?
The day before BOTB aired, I tweeted to Agent Thomas and the other dude, I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, he's dead now.
Yeah, I know. Welcome to BATB. Can't wait to see more of you in the future. And they killed one of them off.
Oh, well done.
Don't I feel like
well done. Well, it seems as though Agent Thomas is going to miraculously survive.
Yeah.
A spike that seemed to come straight out through his heart.
No, it didn't.
Well, that's what it looked like.
Oh, no.
It did look like it. It really did look like it. So,
Sorry. Bit of asthma happening.
Yeah, I know.
Breathing's overrated.
Yeah. So, as a plot line, it left a little to be desired. There was more about... And what did you think of Heather?
Well, look, people are finding her a little bit girly, a little bit this, but we've got to remember that she's the light-hearted, let's make it softer kind of character of the show. She's always going to be Kat's younger sister. And
yeah, true.
I'm a younger sister, and I've got to say with that, I sometimes go to my sister and go, what are you doing? I'm a little whinger and a whiner to my sisters sometimes. So I think that's just the character that they need her to play, because everything else is so dark and so serious. I can't wait for the comedy for the comedy to start coming into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as well.
Because they all do comedy quite well.
Yeah, they do.
So
actually,
I can't wait to see
agree.
some of that.
And I'm hoping we meet her fiance.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a wedding.
Yeah, you would think
Actually,
there's going to be a wedding.
What's with the title of episode 8?
I don't know.
There is no title for episode 8.
Yeah, that's true.
It just says season 3, episode 8. I wonder why. Because all the other episodes are named.
Yeah. Maybe the title is just so obvious that they can't release it.
So I want to know.
Maybe it's called The Wedding or The Double Wedding.
Maybe it's called Cat and Vincent's Wedding.
Yeah. Or
actually, I don't know if I want to see them get married yet.
Oh, episode 8 would be
I only
all right.
want to see them get married at the absolute end of...
Now I want to see all the Beastie Babies at the end.
Oh, no.
They can be Mr. and Mrs. Smith sleuth type couple. You know, Beauty and her beasts, you know, saving New York City every week as a married couple. That's all right. You know, I have no problems with that.
But then I'd feel like I was encroaching on a intimate, you know.
No.
I don't want to be a voyeur. And I think
bullshit.
All right.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, when it comes to Vincent, I do.
Yeah, of course you do.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once you're a married couple, the spark goes out of the relationship in some instances. So they need to stay together. Because, you know, they always say that the moment you get married, you stop having sex, right?
Yeah, true.
So, well, I don't know if that's true for everybody. Of course, there are some exceptions.
Married. You're not married, so you know.
There are some exceptions to the rule, of course. But you know, like I want the spark. Like, when are they going to get married? When are they going to have the wedding? Or, you know, I want them to be that angry with each other. I'm postponing the wedding. I can't do this. You know.
Yep.
But I think one of the lines. I don't know why I said that.
No, neither do I.
Anyway, one of the lines I really, really liked in the show was when Vincent said, when Catherine came into him in the boathouse and she said, "Are you all right?" He goes, "Yeah, I am." You know, and he goes, "I don't really know what I want." And then he turned to her and said, "Of course you know I want you. That's never going to change."
Yes, that was
I'm
nice.
so glad that they put that in there, because I think the one thing we really need to be assured of is that they are in a solid relationship, and that there's nothing's going to split
other
them
than
up.
You know,
it's just going to have rocky moments.
Yeah, it's going to have rocky moments, but that will be because of the protagonists that they have to face, rather than third parties. There will be no third parties in season 3.
Thank God.
Will there? At all? No, of course not. We've been assured.
Yeah, because
let's hope.
Like, honestly, we're all mature women. We know that relationships are tested by more than just a wandering eye.
Yeah, and I know we talked about this several times in season 2, but I'm reasonably confident that in a 13 episode run of season 3 that we're not going to get third parties. Are we? Good. Very happy about that.
I would die.
Yeah. So
not literally. But...
I enjoyed it better because I'd only seen it once prior to coming tonight. I just haven't.
I've watched it about 5 times now.
Yeah, no, this was only the 2nd time. No, actually, that's a little fib. That final scene, Ed Sheeran singing, and the proposal. I probably replayed that final scene about half a dozen times. But to actually sit and watch the whole episode from beginning to end the 2nd time was with you tonight. So and I did enjoy it more. So, and I've had a lot of Beasties saying that they loved it. The more often they watched it, they loved it. And I really think it's an almost 12-month hiatus that has made this a little bit more impersonal for me to start off with. But as I said, that final scene where Vincent proposed, he did the nervous boyfriend thing so beautifully.
Did he though?
Oh, he did that so well.
From the moment he walked onto the roof, it was like, I just wanted to give him a hug.
Yeah, he did that. He played that so well. And her reaction to him starting to get down on bended knee.
She started to shake her head no. I'm going, what are you doing?
Everything about that was just so real. And that's why they're so good together. And I've seen some Beasties say, the scene wasn't long enough, or, it wasn't epic enough, they wanted more. But no, I actually thought they did that beautifully.
Do you know why I think... I can understand why Beasties said they want more, right? They want
we always want more, that goes without saying.
But I think the simplicity of his proposal is what made it so beautiful.
Yeah. And...
because it's all he wanted. Will you marry me?
Exactly.
It doesn't... She knows he loves her.
long, big speeches.
She knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. Sorry. I'm just, you know,
He knows,
my
she
brain's
knows.
speaking faster than my mouth is.
Yeah.
She knows that he loves her.
Yeah.
He knows that she loves him. They know that they're going to be together.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the simplicity of the proposal I thought was beautiful.
Yeah. And look, that was the first time. There were tears in my eyes the first time I saw that.
Really?
Because I came to Ed Sheeran late.
See, I don't get the whole song thing. I never listen to the songs.
Yeah, no, I'm always a big one for the soundtrack, and I thought Hightower's choice there at that point of one, and if you go in and actually listen to the song with the lyrics, it's the perfect choice. And that's when the tears got into my eyes, because overlaying that scene with that simple song, which is all about you are the only one for me, you're the one. And it was so beautiful. I had tears in my eyes, and it suddenly brought that whole episode and that whole Vincat romance, epic love, proposal, everything. It brought it all in for me, and it actually saved the episode for me and has made me look at it now a different way. We're back. Vincat is back. Vincent and Catherine are back. Even though there were those cute scenes earlier on, it was that scene that finally sold me. Oh, thank God, we're back.
Okay. Because the only time I've ever paid any attention to the music was at the end of Catch Me When You Can, and that kiss with the song Find My Way Back.
Oh, yeah.
That's
that
the
was
only
beautiful
time
too.
I've ever really gone, oh my God, that song is so appropriate.
Yeah.
Every other time I've never heard the song.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning I heard the song and I went, oh, I wonder if that's more Ellie Goulding.
Yeah, yeah.
Golding, whatever her name is, because, you know, I'm a little bit over her. But I didn't think, oh, that song really suited that moment.
Oh, I did.
I don't normally listen to the music when I do that. I think I hear the music, I go, okay, is that so-and-so or that? But yeah, Catch Me If You Can and Find My Way Back is the only time I've ever gone, wow, that song's perfect.
I know, I've done that a lot of times, and for me, for this one, it's what actually brought the whole episode together for me, and I thought, great choice, just a great choice. But their acting in that scene was beautiful. Her, you know, his nervousness, her response. No, oh my God, he's proposing. And, you know, no doubt she was saying yes straight away. I'd have been really pissed if she said, I had to think about it.
I think I probably would have stopped watching.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been a natural, for a week, yeah. There is that. So, perfect ending. And like I said, it brought the whole episode together for me, and then I enjoyed it a lot more. And yes, I enjoyed it a lot more watching that tonight, which is good.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yep.
We know that they've been saying season 3 is all about that there are other things out there, and Catherine and Vince are going to fight them together.
Yep.
But what else do you want to see happen in season 3? I want to see more Vincent as a doctor and him use his abilities to save people's lives.
I think we'll get that.
I really want to see more of that.
Yeah.
I want to see, I can't wait, and I'm excited for JT's progression.
Yeah, his arc
and
this
what
year,
happens
which
with
I
him.
still think is going to venture towards the dark side. Because he has effectively been experimented on. They put some sort of plasma, whatever thingy-majiggy into him.
Phytoplasm.
Yeah, whatever it ended up being. And
Phytoplasm.
with all the talk that the agents are talking about, with all the experimentation that's gone on, I still think that JT is going to be a part of that. I really do. I don't believe they would save him in that way. Nanotechnology. And I don't believe they would save him in that way if they weren't going to develop that later on in the season. Yeah. Then they wouldn't have killed him quite as severely to be able to bring him back.
So phytoplasm, you know, I said that. Isn't that like algae that lives on the bottom of the sea that sharks
Probably.
eat or something?
Probably. He's going to turn into a shark.
I think I got the word wrong.
JT, you're going to turn into a shark that eats people.
Hey, maybe he's going to just turn into a shark.
Nah, don't
Card
think so.
shark?
Yeah, no.
Maybe he's going to win money at your Crown Casino.
I don't think so.
No, I don't Anyway.
All in all, yes, I did enjoy it.
We digress.
Yeah,
Look, I liked it. I know the first time it was like, so that was Beauty and the Beast. And I think what I focused on when I first watched it more than anything was the amount of times they talked, as I said, about it being normal.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that anymore.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And I've got to say this, the one thing that really annoys me is, well, two things about Kristen Creek that annoy me is the way she moves her hands.
Yeah, no,
it's like she's a robot, because she's like, it's a stethoscope.
Oh, okay.
You know, rather than grabbing hold of him and saying, no, stand there,
but that's
rather than grabbing hold of him, like he's got his hands up, and rather than grabbing hold of him like this and saying, it's, you know, this, it's like...
To touch him at every God-given opportunity is what we're saying.
This, you know? Like you've got a hunk of a man in front of you.
Yeah.
hold the bastard. Just put your hands on him and hold him, right? Anyway, so that really annoys the shit out of me. And the other thing is that sometimes I think her phrasing is wrong.
Yeah, you had problems with that in season 2.
Yeah.
I don't hear those.
Like when she was walking up the steps to the building and she's talking to Tess, she's gone, I need to stop him because if I don't, blah, blah, blah. And it's like the pauses, it would have been, I need to stop him because if I don't, it's going to be this.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hear those.
Shits me.
Okay, I don't hear those.
I think it's the writing, not necessarily Kristen, but
Well,
that
she's
part,
being
that part of
directed
her,
in certain ways
yeah,
as well.
that part of her character frustrates me. The way she phrases things sometimes. I love Kristen Krug. I love her as Catherine. Do not misunderstand me, but sometimes I just go
that sex guy's look right in the beginning. Far out. That was so good.
I think I would look at him like that too.
Yeah, well, I don't think there are many beastie chicks that wouldn't. Let's be honest. And the other thing that I liked was, how much time have you got? And she said, well, that depends on how long you last.
Well, if he was in one...
And then he looked at her like, lady, challenge accepted.
Yeah. And it was like, then he's there in the morning.
Yeah, so he accepted that challenge all night.
You know what would have been awesome? You know how I said on Facebook, that looks like a really good extended scene for you?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, how long can you last, right? They should have had started up there, then shown like 2 hours later in the bedroom hugging, and then an hour and a half later doing it in the shower, just like little glimpses of the time going, and in the morning going, that's how long I can last.
Yes, perfect. That would have been perfect.
Just little glimpses of them being intimate. It doesn't have to be up close and sensual.
Yeah, exactly.
Like just the clock in the background of how long can you last, and him going, I'm a beast, man. I can
last all night long.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been fantastic. Are you getting little hints here, Austin? You know, if you get the opportunity to put this in front of anybody,
the writers.
Yeah, the writers.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing that would have been really cool and would have made a lot of beasties very happy little campers.
And because that can all be done in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be, like I said, it doesn't need to be long drawn out scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, they're on the rooftop and they're ripping each other.
Opportunity was rife at that moment for how long can I last? Baby, I'm about to show
even
you.
if you'd used body doubles and you didn't really show their faces.
Yeah, wouldn't
you
have
know,
mattered.
like they could have been in the shower, they could have been in a bed, and you just didn't...
On the kitchen table.
With the clock going, you know?
Yeah.
And just saying 5, 6, 7 hours later, him wake up in the morning and go, that's how long I could last.
Yes.
Would you like breakfast now? You know? And then he gets up and they make breakfast. The breakfast scene was cute.
Yeah, that was very cute.
That was very cute.
Yeah, I did like that. I'm glad the robe was gone.
Sans robe.
Yes. Yes.
I noticed that it was mentioned on Facebook somewhere, I can't remember who it was, I'm sorry, but you know who you are, mentioned that some of the beasties were asked, what is it that you want to see, and they've gone less robe.
Yeah.
That have actually, it appears that they've listened, which is
which is cool. We
don't
need the robe.
We don't need the robe. But, you know, I have an issue with the fact that...
he has to be dressed at all?
Yeah. Like, I mean, if he's in his own home, he obviously sleeps without a shirt on.
Yeah.
So why can't he get up and walk around without a shirt on?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And in his own home, man, he probably wouldn't be walking around in pajama pants
with a singlet.
Pajama pants and a singlet. He'd be naked, man.
Yeah, but he's not going to answer the door to JT with no clothes on.
But he knows it's JT. He's a beast.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Oh, boxes then.
But just, boxes.
Black, cotton, skin tight, boxes.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. We're back to those.
Yeah.
We are back to those.
Catherine Ashton, black, cotton, boxes.
Yes, I agree.
That we can see.
Yes.
And you can do a little bit of a rotation so we can see the whole view. And then you can
I'm too sexy for these boxes.
Go, Catherine. These are the boxes you bought me. Do you like them? What do you think?
Good. Catherine, I love your engagement present.
Yeah,
something like that.
I
Anyway, I didn't think we had much to talk about.
But hey, how long's it been?
This is us, and it's been 12 months, and
we're back.
It may be a couple of weeks before we can do the next one.
Yeah.
As I said, big moves next week. Child and I heading into the city, which is very exciting.
Well, I don't know why, if I'm here in Melbourne, that you can't just come out here on Wednesday night. I don't care if you've got to work. I don't care if you've got to move home. It's convenient for me.
Yeah, well, guess what, baby girl?
What?
Steve.
I don't matter.
Yeah, well, you do.
In that equation.
You do.
In that, not in that equation.
Yeah, in that equation.
Yeah. So we may, and also we're bearing in mind too that we're watching it on a Monday. Most people don't see it till Thursday.
Friday, our time.
So that even if we had to do it on the weekend, we would still get it up in time.
Yeah.
Before the next episode. So
exactly.
It actually gives us 10 days between episodes. That
Almost.
We've got,
which
to
is
record.
very handy because we're in Australia. We can't watch live as such, so we have to. Do what is it?
No, we don't talk about that. It takes
a bit of effort.
We just get to watch it.
We get to watch it exactly
by other means.
It's the beauty of the internet.
Yes,
we're very grateful. So okay,
all right, everyone. Thanks for listening. If you did,
if you didn't,
thanks for getting to the end of the video. If you hung around, we appreciate you.
I'm just trying to think of if there's anything we haven't covered, but I think we have. I don't know that there was heaps in the episode to discuss at length. I think it was about Vincent and Catherine and sexy and the little touches like that. And do you remember what episode 2 was called?
No.
Neither do I.
No idea.
Well, we're going to see you next...
Aren't we really good at this?
You can tell we're a little bit rusty. It has been 12 months.
Yeah.
Because normally I would tell you what episode we're going to be back for. It is episode 2.
Of season 3.
Of season 3. I just don't remember what it's called.
Me either.
I
don't think I've even looked.
I have them all written down.
I can find out.
Yeah, look, so could I.
Do you want me to find
out? No, that's all right. They know we'll be back for episode 2 of season 3. We will endeavour to do it sort of towards the end of next week.
Yeah.
And we'll see how we go. So,
depends on where we are.
Jay Ryan, Kristen Crook,
Austin Basis, and
Nina Lisandrello. It is lovely.
And
Nicole Anderson. It is lovely to have you guys back. You did some great acting. There's no doubt about it.
Very excited.
Acting-wise, their acting never lets you down. They're always so good. Sometimes, I guess, the subject material they have, we don't necessarily always agree with. But look, that's always going to happen on any television show.
Even at the times that I don't like the way Kristen phrases it, she still acts she's still an amazing actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nothing away from her acting. It's the phrasing I don't like. It's not her acting.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I'm going to shut up about that now.
Okay. Right. So we'll see you for the next episode review. And that will be very soon. So this is Forever Beasties signing out. Karin.
Janeen.
And we'll talk to you again very, very soon.
Peace be with you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
And so be with you.
Now, can I switch this off?
Sure.
Okay. Bye-bye.